Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is yoga for basketball players. This video is also good for athletes in general. I do have another yoga for basketball players video that I did a while ago. It's about 45 minutes long, and these practices are inspired by a good friend of mine who is a really skilled and knowledgeable basketball coach. We work together on poses to help him not only in his basketball practice but also for his clientele. So today we'll be doing poses that incorporate the core, incorporate balance, incorporate stretching and lengthening the hip muscles, and things that are just going to help you to be more agile, more mobile, and more flexible, and to help your game be better. So I do have a couple of props here with me, so you can grab these props just in case. I have a yoga block and a pillow. Go ahead and grab a pillow. If you don't have a yoga block, you can use a book or you can just use the pillow instead. And it's important to remember during a yoga practice that we want to take the ego out of practicing yoga. So especially when we are athletes, we can often think about that competitiveness and how we want to do each pose the very best and do it till its full extent. We want to more so focus on taking care of our bodies and listening to our bodies, coming out of poses that don't feel good and not pushing ourselves beyond our limit. We'll get where we need to be with time and consistency. So don't worry if you're not in the full expression of the pose. Modifying is just fine. So we'll come down to an easy seated position, Sukhasana. Now, a lot of people who play sports tend to be tight in their hips and shoulders at times. So sometimes you're sitting in Sukhasana and it looks something like this. So grab your block. If you have your pillow, grab your pillow. And if you are tight in your body that way, you can sit on your block or sit on your pillow. And it'll just allow for your hips to open and better improve your posture. We want to make sure our posture is great. So we'll start with some deep breathing, which is great for opening up the lungs and exercising the lungs and building endurance in our lungs. So having proper breath work is something you should always practice if you have the time. So we're in our nice seated position, sitting on our block or our pillow if you need it, or sitting on the floor. You can rest the hands on the knees. We'll take a deep inhale to a count of 4, just counting in your head. Hold at the top and exhale to 4. The next inhale to a count of 5. Hold. Exhale to 5. Let's inhale to 6. Hold. Exhale to 6. Good. Inhale again to 5. Hold. Exhale. Inhale to 4. Hold. Exhale to 4. Good. From here, drop your chin down to your chest, and we'll roll our head over to the right until our right ear is over our right shoulder. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the chin back down to the chest. Inhale, roll the head to the left. Exhale the chin to the chest. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Let's do one more time each side. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Good. Bring the head back to neutral. Sweep the arms up. Inhale, interlace the fingers above you. Press the palms away. Exhale, release the hands and begin to twist to the right. Bringing the left hand on the outside of the right knee. The right fingertips face the back wall and your gaze follows. Looking over that back shoulder if you can. Or looking towards the back shoulder. Good. Inhale, come to center. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away again. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on the outside of left knee. Left fingertips face the back wall and your gaze follows. Good. Inhale back to center. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away again. Exhale, release the hands. Let's roll up to hands and knees. We'll bring the big toes together and the knees wide and start to float our hips back towards the heels, coming to Balasana or child's pose. Now, if your hips don't quite reach your heels, you can grab your pillow, put it underneath your hips. You can also grab your block, put it in between your knees and sit on your block, in between your legs and sit on your block. Or I guess your feet rather, and sit back on your block. Could come up higher as well. Or you can just keep the hips lifted, which looks like this. But if you're comfortable, go ahead and sit the hips back towards the heels. Let the forehead rest down on the mat. And just find your breath here. See if you can tap into some deep breathing while you're down in your Balasana. Good. From here, let's tent our fingertips and melt our chest down a little bit more and get a little shoulder stretch here. So maybe you can rock side to side. Shoulders tend to be another area that athletes can sometimes be stiff in. Bring your hands flat again. And from here, we'll thread our right arm underneath our left. So right arm comes underneath and let your right ear come down to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, extend that right arm back out in front. And we'll bring the left arm underneath. And again, if your hips are lifted, this works too. Good. Inhale. Exhale, extend the arms back out in front. Let's float up to hands and knees. And we'll tuck our toes under as we lift our hips up and back, coming to our first down dog. So we want to worry about keeping our spine long rather than our heels touching the ground. So if your knees need to be bent as you press through the arms, that's totally fine. Pressing the belly towards the thighs. And pressing those hips towards the ground. Sorry, the heels towards the ground, but they don't have to touch the ground. Pressing the hips up and away. You can pedal your feet out here. Again, worry about keeping the spine long, not the heels touching the ground. Then we'll look up in between our hands. And from here, we'll bend our knees and step or jump your feet up behind the hands. Come up to a half lift. Place the hands on the shins. Nice flat back here like a table. Inhale. Exhale, bring a pretty deep bend into your knees and just fall down over your knees for a forward fold. You can grab your elbows here. Get a nice release in the spine. Yoga is great for stretching and lengthening your muscles. So having nice malleable muscles will help us from getting injured in our sports ventures. Release the elbows, deep into the knees. Tuck the chin to the chest and roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Bring those arms with you. Inhale, let the hands meet. Exhale the hands to heart center. And then down at your sides, coming to Tadasana or mountain pose. So let your knees be soft. Sometimes we can tend to lock our knees out. We want nice soft knees here so that our joints just aren't rubbing together, our bones aren't rubbing together. And come to the top of your mat with maybe a foot in front of your toes, foot and a half. Palms facing outward, shoulders relaxed. Chin parallel to the floor. Good. From here, we'll sweep our arms up. Inhale. And we're going to step back with our left foot, staying up on the back toe and aligning this right knee over the ankle. So this is a little bit of a balance challenge. So walk your feet out until they're hips a distance apart to help you balance. Inhale your arms up. Again, right knee is nice and aligned over the ankle. We're up on the back toe. Shoulders are relaxed as our arms are lifted though. Nice long spine here. Good. Find yourself a focal point if you need help balancing. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the back heel down flat and drop the arms out wide. So now we're in warrior two. So right knee is still aligned over the ankle. Front heel is aligned either with the inside arch of the back foot or with the heel of the back foot. Back toes are turned in slightly. Arms out wide, coming straight out from the shoulders. So really check and make sure your body is up right here in your warrior two. A lot of times when people are tight in their body, I'll see them leaning a lot in their warrior two. Their arms get kind of wonky. So we want to make sure our spine is long, our torso is nice and upright, arms coming straight out from the shoulders, and then check the alignment of your arms. And this also just helps to be aware of your body in space. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, windmill those hands down on either side of the foot. Come into a runner's lunge. And then we'll step this left foot up to meet the right and come to a forward fold. So bring pretty generous bend in the knees for this forward fold. And then from here, we're going to make sure those feet are underneath the hips and sit back into an imaginary chair. So let your thighs come parallel with the ground. And then once that happens, sweep your arms up, keeping your chest lifted here. And shift your weight into the heels. And also, if you can find that engagement, think about pulling your belly button back towards the spine to engage the core here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, lower the hands down, come to a forward fold, planting the hands down in front of the feet. And we'll step or jump back to a plank position. So go ahead and hold your plank here for a few seconds, just building a little bit more core work. Inhale. Exhale, very slowly lower either all the way down to the belly or halfway. It's up to you. I'm gonna lower down halfway. And then we'll pull our chest up and through, coming to cobra or up dog. If you're coming to cobra, go ahead and lower those hips down. Keep those elbows tucked in tight, hands underneath the shoulders, and just lift the chest. If you want to come to up dog, go ahead and press into those hands, straighten the elbows. You can lift the knees. Engage the shoulders here, chest pulls up and through. On the tops of the feet, inhale. Exhale, push the hips up and back, come back to down dog. Good. Taking a couple breaths. Bring your gaze up in between your hands. Again, bend your knees. Step or jump the feet up behind the hands. Inhale to a half lift. You can place the hands on the shins. Exhale down to a forward fold. Bend your knees here. Grab the elbows. Let's rock side to side. Release the elbows deep into the knees, chin to the chest. Roll up to standing. Bring the arms with you. Inhale. Let the hands meet. Exhale the hands to heart center. Then down at your sides. Coming back to mountain pose or Tadasana. Remember to let those knees be soft. And we'll move into those poses on the other side. So sweep the arms up. Inhale. Step back with the right foot this time. Left knee aligned over the ankle. Bring your stance so that your feet are hips distance apart to help you balance. Shoulders relaxed while arms are lifted. Good. Find a focal point to help you balance if you need it. Nice and strong, building some strength through the front of the leg, strengthening the feet and the ankles to enable us to be a little bit lighter on our feet. Inhale. Exhale, arms come out wide. Drop that back heel down. We're coming to warrior two now. So align the feet heel to heel or heel to inside arch. Arms out wide. Remember to have your torso nice and long. Really opening up the hips here. This is going to open up those hip flexors to enable us to have a little bit more mobility in there. And we can move a little bit quicker, have a little more power. Arms come straight out from the shoulders. Breathe here. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Windmill those hands down on either side of the front foot. Come to a runner's lunge. And step the right foot up to meet the left. Bring a bend into the knees. Come to a forward fold. And then from here, let's bring a deep bend into our knees. Bring the thighs parallel with the ground. Feet are hips distance apart. And we'll sweep the arms up for our chair pose, Utkatasana. Shifting our weight into our heels. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Engage the core here. Should be able to see those toes when you look down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Lift the hips. Plant the hands in front of the feet. Step or jump back to a plank position. And if you are jumping instead of stepping, see how light on your feet you can be. Just helping to control, learning control of your body weight. So we're in plank right now. Holding plank, inhale. Exhale, we'll lower down for a chaturanga. So you can lower halfway or all the way. Exhale. Inhale either to the cobra or up dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lift those hips up and back. Come to down dog. Good. Take a couple breaths. If you need a break, you can drop down to the knees. Good. Bring your gaze up in between your hands. Bend your knees. Step or jump your feet up behind the hands. Remember, see how light you can be as you hop forward or step forward. Good. Inhale up to a half lift. Hands on the shins. Exhale down to a forward fold. Good. Deep bend in the knees. Let's grab our elbows. Good. Release the elbows. Roll up to standing. Bring those arms with you. Inhale. Hands meet. Exhale the hands to heart center. Then back down at your sides. Coming back to Tadasana. Good. Now from here, we'll extend those arms back up towards the sky with an inhale and begin to lift our left knee off the ground just to a 90-degree angle. Maybe you can get it in line with your hip. And find yourself a focal point. This is pretty simple, but it can be a challenging balance pose here. So again, find your focal point here. Inhale. Exhale, step this left foot back and through. See if you can land on the back toe. And we'll come to that high lunge again like we did earlier. So front knee in line over the ankle. Up on the back toe here. If you need to rotate the back heel down, that's fine. Shoulders relaxed, but our arms are lifted. We don't want our shoulders up by our ears. We want them down. We really want to release those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the back heel down flat and straighten the front knee. And then drop your arms out wide. From here, we'll reach for it with this right hand. Lower it down to the ankle, the shin, or the ground. You can also grab your block here and use it to give you some elevation. Left arm extends up. And if you want to challenge your balance, look up towards this left hand. Good. We're in triangle pose or Trikonasana. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Lower this left hand down. Bend into the front knee and come up on the back toe. Come into a runner's lunge. Plant this left hand down flat and extend the right arm up to the sky. Now you can use the block here too if you need it. Bringing it underneath the left hand and extend your right arm up. Just getting a little bit of back mobility here too. With the twisting from one pose to the next. Right arm extends up, maybe your gaze follows. If this is a lot, you can drop this back knee down. We're just holding here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand down, step the left foot back, come to plank. Hold your plank for a couple breaths. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Couple breaths. Let's bring our gaze up in between our hands. Bend your knees. See how lightly you can step or jump those feet forward. Inhale, half lift, hands on shins. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, grab the elbows. Rock side to side if you like. Good. Release the elbows, roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come with you. Inhale. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Down at your sides, coming back to Tadasana. Step to the top of your mat here. And we'll do that on the other side. So sweep your arms up. Inhale. Shifting our weight into this left foot. Right knee comes up to a 90-degree angle. Finding ourselves a focal point and holding here. Really trying to earn our balance, our focus. Inhale. Exhale, step this right foot through if you can, landing on the back toe. Left knee aligned over the ankle. Shoulders are relaxed, but arms are extended up. Good. Come into our high lunge again. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate this back heel down flat. Straighten the front knee. Arms come out wide. We'll reach forward with the left hand, lower it down to ankle, shin, the ground, or a block. Right arm extends up. If you want to challenge your balance, look up towards the right thumb. Inhale. Exhale, we'll bend into that front knee. Come to a runner's lunge here. Right hand comes down flat on the inside of the left foot. Left arm extends up. Remember that right hand can come on a block if you need to. And that right knee can also come down to the ground if you need to. Maybe look up towards this left thumb. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Step the left foot back. Come to plank. And we'll move through our vinyasa again. So we'll lower down. Chaturanga, halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, make your way back to down dog. Good. Couple breaths. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, shift your weight forward, come back to your plank hold here. Breathe. From here, let's see if we can lift our right foot off the ground and hold. Good. One more breath. Lower right foot down. Let's do the left foot. Lift and hold. One more breath. Good. Now let's lower all the way down to our belly. You can make a little table with your hands and rest your forehead down. Good. Now from here, release your hands and cactus them on either side of your body so your elbows are bent. You're on your belly. Arms should look like this. And what we are going to do is bend our knees, bringing our heels towards our hips, and start to lift our chest as well. So see if you can lift your knees off the ground and lift your chest. You can stay just like this, pressing your pelvis into the ground. If you have the ability, reach back, grab those ankles. We'll come to Dhanurasana or bow pose, flexing those feet and then kicking the feet into the hands. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release. Make a table with those hands and rest down. Good. Okay, we'll do that a couple more times. So cactus your arms out to the side. Tops of the feet are flat. We'll lift our chest, lift our arms, bend our knees, bringing our heels close to our hips. If you can, reach back and grab the ankles. Flex the feet as you kick the ankles into the hands. Coming up as tall as you can, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Make a table with the hands and rest. We'll do it one last time. Our last Dhanurasana, bow pose. Arms come to the sides. Lift your chest, lift your arms, bend your knees. If you want to, grab the ankles. Come as tall as you can. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And we'll press the hips back towards the heels, coming back to our child's pose, our balasana. So knees wide, big toes together, and melt down towards your mat. Bring that pillow or the block underneath your hips if you need to. Inhale. Exhale, float your body forward, and we'll make our way to a seat. However you can get there safely is just fine. Extending those legs out in front. Making sure you're sitting nice and tall and that you're on those sit bones. We'll bend into the right knee, keeping the left leg extended. Step the right foot over the left. Left arm extends up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, twist towards your bent knee and bring the elbow on the outside of the knee. Right fingertips face the back wall. Your gaze can follow. Try to sit as tall as you can here. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, float your body back to center. Extend the right leg back out in front. And we'll do that on the left side. So bend your left knee. Step the left foot over the right leg. Right arm extends up. And we'll start to twist to the left. Elbow on the outside of knee. Left fingertips face the back wall. Let your gaze follow. Getting a good stretch along our IT band here. Again, opening up these hips. Again, inhale. Exhale, back to center. Extend the left leg back out in front. And then we'll bend both knees, bringing the bottom of the feet together. Getting ready to come to bound angle, Baddha Konasana. You can rest the hands on the ankles or rest them on the feet with your thumbs inside the arches of the feet. We'll take an inhale, letting our spine be long, letting our shoulders be relaxed. Exhale, start to lean forward, keeping that spine long here. Just come down until you feel a stretch. Good. If you want a little more, you can kind of peel those feet open like a book to deepen that hip stretch. Good. Inhale. Exhale, come back up to a neutral spine. Knees can come together. Bring the feet flat on the ground again. Scoot the hips close to the heels and roll down to your back. Hugging your knees into your chest to start. You can just rock side to side. Just giving that back a massage. And inhale. Exhale, release the knees. Bring the feet flat on the ground. Let the arms rest at your sides. And walk the heels back until you feel them graze the fingertips. From here, let your lower back come flat on the ground. So you may have to kind of consciously press your lower back into the ground if there's some separation there. And then from here, we'll begin to lift our hips, come into bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Let those knees make a ramp down towards your shoulders. Press your knees together and hold. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Come back down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Resting. And we'll do that a couple more times. Release the knees, feet are flat, hands rest at your sides. Press that lower back into the ground and lift the hips. Press the knees together. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's do it one more time. Release the knees, feet flat on the ground. Arms rest at your sides. Lower back pressing into the ground, and lift your hips. Press the knees together. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower down. Hug the knees in. Rocking side to side. Let's do a quick spinal twist here. So bring your shins parallel to the ground. And we're just going to let both knees fall over to the right side. And we'll extend our left arm out to the left. Now, if your knees don't quite touch the ground, if you feel some tightness where your shoulder is lifting, grab your pillow and bring it underneath your knees. Of course, this is optional. If you don't need it, you can move it out the way. Let's hold for a couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knees back to center. Hug them into the chest for a moment. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Lift the knees, shins parallel to the ground. Let them both fall to the left. Right arm can extend out to the side. You can look straight up towards the ceiling, or you can look over towards the right arm. Bring that pillow underneath the knees if you need it. Inhale. And exhale. Hug those knees back into the chest. Squeeze your body into a little ball. Knees come in as tight as you can. Chest lift, shoulders lift. Inhale. Exhale, release. Let your feet come towards the bottom corners of your mat. Arms at your sides, palms upward. Moving into Shavasana, or our final rest. If you prefer to sit up, you can do that too. I'm just going to do a little bit of breath here. So try to let your breaths be as even as possible. So we'll inhale to 4. Hold. Exhale to 4. Inhale to 4. Hold. Exhale to 4. See if you can get your inhales and exhales even with each other as you relax down in your Shavasana. Matching your in-breaths with your out-breaths. Take one more full cycle of breath. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side, using your arm as a pillow. Just taking a moment here to extend some gratitude for yourself, for practicing something good for your body and your mind today. When you're ready, we'll come up to a comfortable seat. And together, we'll sweep the arms up. Inhale, hands meet. Exhale the hands to heart center. Namaste. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this practice. Yoga for basketball players, yoga for athletes across all genders. Hopefully you can get what you needed out of this when it comes to flexibility, mobility, building strength, working on breath work, working on focus, working on balance, opening up your hips, opening up your shoulders. One thing I will say is that consistency is best when it comes to doing yoga. That's when you'll yield the most results. And a good example is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who practiced yoga for all throughout his career and had no muscular injuries. So he's just a testimony to how yoga can help you. So if you have any questions about yoga, leave them down below. Check out my other Yoga for Basketball Players video if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also go down in the description box, check out the link about becoming a member of my channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace and love.